Okay, Claire, so now that we have a better understanding together about what cognitive distortions are and the different types of thinking errors, I wanted to go over this tracking sheet with you, which I'm going to have you do for the next couple of weeks for your treatment. The tracking sheet is called Social Interaction and Pleasurable Activity tracking sheet. So what this is focusing on is just every time you have a social interaction that involves conversation or anything like that, I want you to record it, but it has to last longer than 5 minutes. Okay. This can be in person, so if you're going to an event or meeting up with some of your girlfriends and going for dinner, that can count as an activity, or even talking to someone over the phone for longer than 5 minutes. And over the phone could be even like FaceTiming.
Oh, I frequently FaceTime my daughter sometimes.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
When was the last time that you FaceTime with her?
Like last Wednesday.
Last Wednesday? Okay. Did you want to go through this together and...
Yeah, we can.
Just an example so you have an example when you do this for homework?
Yeah, that'd be nice to know what I'm doing.
Okay, so what we're going to do, so first off, you have to write the date down. And then you have to describe your leisure time and what did you do or what did you guys talk about. So why don't you just take a couple seconds right now and describe what your FaceTime conversation was like with your daughter that day. Okay.
Okay, I think that's the majority of our conversation.
Okay, can you tell me what you guys talked about?
Yeah, so like, we kind of just talked about like general things, like beginning, like how her job has been going, and like how Daryl's been doing, that's her husband, and then they were talking like that kind of stuff, and then, which was really nice, like I hadn't talked to her in like actually like over a month before then, so like I'd really missed her, and then. But for some reason, I felt like she was, like, judging me for not being so productive with my time now that I've retired. So, like, she was asking me, like, how's, like, the retired life, Mom? And I'm like, I don't know, not really great, actually. I haven't been doing much with my time. And then I felt like I could see it through her face, like, through the FaceTime, that she was like, like, judging me kind of thing.
So what did she say after you talked about... answer her question on like how retirement life is going?
What did she say about me not being productive?
No, like, what did you say? You said to her.
I told her that I hadn't been very productive with my time, and I've kind of just been lazing around the house. And then she just gave me a look and was like, "Well, Mom, you should be out like going to events with your friends, but like they're all at work still."
Okay, yeah. So when you looked at this, how did, like, on the scale of 1 to 10, how did that time, like, how pleasurable was that conversation for you? So from a 1, that'd be not at all enjoyable or wasn't fulfilling, and then to a 10 would be it was very enjoyable and very fulfilling.
So that specific conversation?
Yeah, so that specific conversation.
I mean, I think at the beginning it started out better than it ended. But overall, I think I would put like a 4 because I felt really judged.
Okay.
And that she was judging me for not doing productive things with my time.
Okay, so that's a really good explanation because after you write down your rating, the next step and the last step is to identify what type of thinking error you think was occurring during that time. So from what you just explained to me, what do you think? Here's the sheet again in case you need it. Yeah. What do you think best related to that?
Well, I think think mind reading, jumping to conclusion about my daughter judging me for not like doing productive things. Like she thinks I should be out in the gardening and going to all these dinners with my friends, and it's like, no, I just can't right now. So I think that one for sure.
Yeah.
So that for that situation.
Yeah. So once you are able to identify, and I think that's a good one to pick. You just have to write that down. Yeah. So does that kind of like make sense? Do you think you're comfortable with doing this weekly?
Yeah. So like I would describe what I did either in person, like going to dinner or something, or on FaceTime or a phone conversation with my daughter or friends. And then I would write the date, rate it from 1 to 10, and then identify what cognitive distortion I used.
Yeah, exactly.
And how many times, you said weekly, how many times do I need to do this?
So ideally we want to try to aim 3, but sometimes weeks are not as hectic or busy, so at least 1 to 2 a week would be good.
Okay.
Maybe further on in the treatment we'll have to be 3 a week but for now 1 to 2 is fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'll just bring these sheets back with me every time I meet you?
Yeah, and then we can go through them together and talk about it. Yeah, if you ever get stuck too, I always encourage to use the sheet that I gave you from the other week. And even sometimes looking at the rating can help get a better understanding of how you were thinking or feeling at the time. Okay.
So if it's like a lower rating, it probably means that I have more cognitive distortions?
Yeah. Yeah, and there can always, it doesn't always have to be 1, it could be 1 or more.
Okay.
And so how is that good? Is that good for now?
Yeah, I think that's really good.
All right.
I'll definitely do that.
All right, so next week, just bring in what you have, and we can go through them together.
Perfect.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you.
Welcome.